Hello, good morning and good afternoon. It's me again. I'm teacher Tina. Hello, grade 5 student. So before we go to our topic, please get your workbook and textbook. So please open your workbook page number 3. Page number 3. This one. Or if you have a textbook, please open your textbook page number 9. Page number 9. Textbook. So we will proceed to our topic for today. So our topic for today is about interdependence among living things. So we have 2. Food chain and food web. Again, first is food chain and the second is food web. So we will discuss about food chain and food web. So the first is food chain. So what is food chain? A food chain shows feeding relationship between producers and the consumers. So again, what is producer? So producers is a plant and the consumers are human and animals. Again, food chain is show feeding relationship between the producers, these are the producer, and these are the consumer. So consumer is human and animals. There are consumers. So the first is this example of food chain. A food chain always starts with the producer. So again, producer is a plant. Again, producer is a plant. So this is example of food chain. Look at the picture. So the first is grass, grasshopper, bird, and eagle. So these are food chain. So the grass is producer, the grasshopper is herbivore, and the bird is omnivore, and the eagle is carnivore. So these are the food chain. So the grass is eaten by a grasshopper. Grasshopper is eaten by a bird. The bird is eaten by an eagle. So this is the example of food chain. Grass eaten by a grasshopper. Grasshopper is eaten by a bird. Bird is eaten by an eagle. So this is another example of food chain. So we have a grass, we have a zebra, we have a lion. So the grass is eaten by a zebra. The zebra is eaten by a lion. So this is example of food chain. Again, the grass is eaten by a zebra. The zebra is eaten by a lion. So this is example of food chain. Okay, we will go to the next. So this is another food chain found in a paddy field. This is example of food chain found in a paddy field. So the first is we have a rice plant, then rat, then snake, then the last is eagle. So the rat eats the rice plant, the snake eats the rat, while the eagle eats the snake. Again, the rat eats the rice plant, the snake eats the rat, while the eagle eats the snake. So this is another example of food chain. Okay, we will go to next topic. Okay. Then this is another example of food chain. A food chain in a forest. Again, this is example of a food chain in a forest. So the first is grass. We have a rabbit, and we have the last tiger. So the first is the rabbit eats the grass, while the tiger eats the rabbit. Again, the rabbit eats the grass, while the tiger eats the rabbit. That is a food chain in a forest. So now, the number 2 is food wave. So food wave, this is more food chains. For example, like this one. So what is food wave? A food wave is formed when two or more food chains are linked up. So this is more food chain. So these are the example of a food wave. This one are the example of food wave. This is example of a food wave in a grass land. So, okay, let's start. Again, this is food wave. These are the example of food wave. So the first is we have a grass. Always remember food chain and food wave start in the producer. So producer again is a plant. So always start in the plant. So we have a grass. Grass can be eaten by zebra, deer, and giraffe. Again, grass can be eaten by zebra, deer, and giraffe. And all of these animals may be eaten by a lion. Again, grass, this is the first. Then grass can be eaten by zebra, deer, and giraffe. And all these animals may be eaten by lion. So this is our example of food web. Grass eaten by zebra, deer, and giraffe. Then zebra, deer, and giraffe is eaten by a lion. So we will go to the next. So this is another example of a food web. So first, again, we have a grass. Then grass can be eaten by caterpillar, grasshopper, and snail. So the caterpillar, grasshopper, and snail eaten by a bird. Then the bird eaten by snake, while the snake and bird eaten by eagle. So again, grass eaten by caterpillar, grasshopper, snail. Then bird eaten by snake, while the snake eaten by the bird. Then bird eaten by an eagle. This is a food web. Look at the pictures. Then, now, I hope you understand our topic for today. So, please get your textbook and open your textbook page number 10. Number 1 and number 2. Make a food chain with these organisms: grasshopper, frog, eagle, and grass. Make a food chain. Then number 2, make a food chain with these organisms: rabbit, eagle, and grass. Write the correct food chain. Next, please open your workbook, page number 8. Page number 8, food chain. So please construct a food chain. Involve all the 4 living things: lion, witch, jackal, or goat. Write the correct food chain. And page number 65. Page 65. Please open your workbook, page 65. Number 1, letter A, and letter A, and letter D. So, construct a food chain using the above organisms. So, construct a food chain. Use this vegetable, snake, rabbit, and eagle. And next, another letter D, this one. So, construct a food web using all organisms given. So, rabbit, so vegetables, snake, caterpillar, bird, grasshopper, and eagle. So, construct a food web. So, I hope you understand our topic for today. And we have also a worksheet to answer. We will give it to you. And please answer the worksheet and workbook and textbook. Thank you. And see you again next time. Bye-bye. Goodbye.